What's up guys, I'm Tyler, and this is going to be a Reducktor review for the Batman Telltale series in its entirety, all 5 episodes, since the finale is finally out now. First, let's get into the story, because that's the most important part of any Telltale game, is the story. This one takes place early on in Bruce's career as Batman. So no sidekicks, Gordon still doesn't know how he feels about Batman, he's still kind of establishing himself as a hero to Gotham, but there's a few big twists. First, Oswald Cobblepot is a childhood friend of Bruce's that has a personal vendetta against the Wayne family. Harvey Dent is running for mayor and he's dating Selena Kyle, which creates this kind of love triangle between her, Bruce, and Harvey, which is interesting considering who they go on to be later on in the story. And the biggest twist is that Thomas Wayne has ties to the mob. Yeah, so the Wayne Empire is built on mob money, and that puts a huge strain on Bruce and his entire journey as Batman. That comes to light, and Gotham starts to turn on Bruce Wayne. The sins of the father are being atoned by the son, quite literally. Almost the entire story is Bruce coming to terms with what his father has done and dealing with things that he's created. Now, that feels like it's a twist that shouldn't work, but it serves really well to Bruce on how much he questions why he would become Batman in the first place, and it really puts him on this personal journey on rediscovering what it means to be Batman. Now, this story feels very Spider-Man. Now, when I say that, I mean that Bruce Wayne and Batman are woven so tightly that any decision in one direction will adversely affect the others. Now, some of those decisions are very, very painful, especially in episode 2 when you have to choose between saving Harvey and saving Selena, your kind of sort of girlfriend. Now, why does that seem so familiar? Oh yeah. And that one still ends up with Harvey getting his face flambéed and sets a lot of the story up for his descent into madness. That decision really haunted me with guilt, and I feel like that comes with a lot of emotional weight and investment that you're put into these characters. One of the most important things I feel, especially with such a story-heavy game, is the voice acting. Laura Bailey as Catwoman is really great. Now, there are 2 notable performances in this game that stood out to me. One was Troy Baker as Bruce Wayne in Batman.
I will have this car run you over and then back up again just to make sure it did the job! Bruce. Shut up, Alfred, I can handle this!
He's played most of the Batman universe. He's playing Two-Face and Robin in Arkham Knight and Arkham City. He played the Joker in Arkham Origins, and now he's played Bruce Wayne and Batman in Come Full Circle. Now, the second one is Anthony Ingruber. He played the Joker, and at first his voice and his face kind of made me uncomfortable, not in like a Joker way, but he looks kind of ape-like. He's got a long face and really big wide ears. Now, the performance he has as Joker is really low and subdued.
The mayor was friends. I mean, you were supporting his campaign.
But then it breaks out into this thick, uproarious laughter in Joker style.
Ask the Veils. Ask her parents. What's that about?
Now, the story and the choose-your-own-adventure portions of the game are by far its biggest strength. However, the point-and-clickiness and the crime scene portions of Batman are really tedious, and they got kind of boring, to be honest. Linking up parts of the crime scene is mostly trial and error and bumping into walls, and it makes Batman sound pretty stupid when he says stuff like this.
Easy access. Someone's been practicing chemistry.
Now, the QuickTime events definitely did have that Batman feel, but they're very forgiving. I don't think I failed a button command but once when I was fighting Penguin at the end, and that was just because I wasn't paying attention. Now, my biggest gripe when it comes to this entire game, especially in the gameplay, it's the bugs.
Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt.
Oh, it's another Batman game with bugs. And I'm not even playing this on the PC. I'm playing this on the Xbox One version. Some of the QuickTime events didn't even have sound effects to go with it that I found in my playthrough. I've seen reports of players who were subject to horrible black lines coming off the characters. Martha Wayne doesn't have a face. It's really bad. That being said, the final fight with Lady Arkham was so buttery smooth that I wonder how much time and effort they put on to making that fight stand out or making that fight work, as opposed to the other ones that may have been rushed out. That fight was running at like full 1080p, no stuttering. The punches felt really strong and there was weight behind them and the sound effects actually worked. But that fight felt really great. That's not to say that the bugs ruined my enjoyment of this game. It definitely still works. This is still one of my favorite Batman experiences of all time, be it comic book, video game, or movie. One of the reasons that this game stands out the most in my favorite Batman experiences is how much they really put him through the ringer, and they didn't have to break his back or use a nuclear bomb or any of the kind of tropes that we might have seen in other Batman. They really took away everything from him, and he was forced to fight with nothing but his wits and his intellect. He loses Wayne Enterprises, take away all of his tech. He's forced to use an older grade bat suit. He loses his girlfriend, his best friend. They torture Alfred, loses everything. Now, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me if you liked the game, if you hated it, if it was Superman 64 level of crap, or it was Arkham City level of amazingness, or Arkham Knight level of game-breaking bugs. Let us know what topics you want us to cover in the future. Comic books, video games, movies, any of that sort of stuff. I don't have any sort of Twitter or Patreon to plug here, so if you liked our content, if you want to see more, just like and subscribe, and we're going to keep putting out videos in the coming weeks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.